This is a fellow cross stitcher, and this is my cross stitch station, which is basically my computer desk. I'll just be sharing a few cross stitch tips that I think would help others. First, this is a swing architect clamp that I found on Amazon. Just put in Amazon search swing architect clamp, which is good because it changes color and it dims. It has a lot of features. See, it changes color to white and yellow light, and then it dims. It's better to buy a swing architect clamp on Amazon because there's a lot more varieties with features like that for a fair price rather than go to Staples. They don't have many varieties in stores like Walmart, Home Depot, or Staples, kind of. Also, this is a project bag that you can buy on Amazon for a lot for a cheap price. Each cross stitch pattern is stored in each project bag. This one is a magazine holder. I'm storing my current stitching project in it, Jardin Prive, as you see. This one is one of my tips. Is the from actually I got this tip from Hands Across the Sea Design, and it's a cable key ring holder. She said it's much more secure than the metal ring, and I like it better than the metal ring. So it's 8-inch cable key ring holder. That's also bought on Amazon. These just are leftover threads from a project. Also, let me sit down. Also, this is a metal basket that I had a long time ago, and I put and display my needle minders on it. And we should start with this one. This one is a tray from Me and My Stitches, and this scissor is also from Me and My Stitches. Right? Oh yes. And I put my cross stitch tools that I'm currently using. The big side is for leftover threads that are for trash. This one is actually a stash and store from it's Sue Emma, and very good for putting in the scissors like that. I bought this online, but actually my needle workshop has it. I didn't know that, so I bought it online and paid shipping for it. But if your nearest needle workshop maybe has this, you should check it out. It's very useful. This is a container from Michaels. It's just a little container that I put my little cross stitch things that I have. This is a needle storage from Zappy Dots. That's a scissor. That's a generic scissor from Amazon, I think, or Michaels. Washi tape and other things to help me with cross stitching. And this is just a little file folder that I stuck in to put little papers in, also for cross stitching. So now this is an Elian lap stand by Artisan Design. It's expensive, I think $80, but it's sturdy, and I like using it to watch YouTube over here. This hoop is a cheap hoop that I got at a cross stitch kit the first time I started cross stitching. It's great enough that I put Ada, linen, even weave. This is a very good hoop for something like cheap, for extremely cheap price. But I made it better with I put fabric strip around it to make so the fabric can go in tighter. And that's just how that's a good technique to do. One is to to make the hoop better. You don't really need a fancy, like, $24 hoop that some people have. You just need to put like fabric inside or outside, because to make the fabric tighter, you don't really need like a fancy hoop. This is the cable keyring, as I said. This is a tailor's chalk, actually, which I use on dark fabrics, like to mark stuff on dark fabrics, because I think that's the most best way to mark things on fabrics, better than the fabric marker. I mean, they've been using tailor's chalk for so long on fabrics. I think there's a reason why tailors and seamstresses use chalk for marking stuff and embroideries for centuries, even now, to mark things on fabric. This is 2 pens that I use when I don't want to mess with this, because sometimes this gets really dusty. That I use this one, and both of them it's water soluble, but this one is air. You see, air, water soluble. This will disappear in like 5 to 10 minutes. So your mark will disappear in 5 to 10 minutes, but it will dissolve in water. It will be gone in water. And this one, it will not disappear unless you put water on it. Okay, water soluble pens made in Japan. And both of these I bought on Amazon. So I don't know the brand. Disappearing ink. See, it disappears gradually. You don't have to put water for it to disappear. This one, you have to put water on it to disappear, but it does disappear, trust me. I put Ada on it, linen, I think even weave. It disappears. For that, search on Amazon fabric marker. Something that looks like that. I don't know what brand it is. So one of my main tips is that some of the tips I know is that these clips to hold this one is to hold This tip is to hold fabric in while you're stitching. It's a towel holder. This is a towel holder. Right now it's not broken. You can buy like 8 of these for a cheap price. And even this one, this is actually for like hair rollers. You for like when you have hoop, and then you have extra fabric that you need to secure on the hoop. Go to your hair Sally's hair shop and look for like clamps for hair, and then use it as clamps for your fabric. But the best one that I've used is this one. It's a clamp for chips. For chips, to store chips. And I use it to clamp fabrics on like on a thin thin woods. Thin what do you call it? Thin hoops like this to clamp fabric in. While I'm stitching, while I'm stitching, like this one too is a chip for clamps for chips. Those you can buy in Walmart. They're everywhere. In any big stores. And I think that's it. Oh, also, I think this one. This is it's a fabric. No. It's a stiff paper card that you can buy a bunch on. Like, it's not plain printer paper. It's stiff. And I just cut this in half. It's 8.5. I just cut the stiff paper 8.5 by 11. You can probably buy it in Walmart because it's just like, well, though it's just stiffer than plain paper, but it's not hard to get. And I put 1/2 inch holes in it. How I put 1/2 inch holes is that let me sorry this thing I bought in Amazon too, I think. It's a hole 1/2 inch hole puncher, and I punch the paper and then put my threads in it. And I like that because this is the thread card for this pattern. And then I just put it in the project bag. Each pattern has this thread card. I can just store it. I don't like the big plastic thread holders because I cannot put it in the project bag. It's too big and clunky for me. I will have more cross stitch tips. Thank you very much for watching.